All right. All right. I'll just double check to make sure everybody's voice is heard. I always
Just give it 2 seconds.
let's see. Hold on. Make sure the podcast is up. Actually, yep, it is up. All right. Okay. Say something. Let's see. It's on point today. Not too far off. Okay. Um,
I was filling my water bottle. Sorry.
yep. There we go. Yeah, we got both our voices in. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it has been a couple weeks, has it? Oh my gosh. Well, welcome to the Thieves at Night podcast today. Oh my gosh, I sound so freaking like an automatic. Um, Today we have a special guest. Well, he's been helping me with Final Fantasy a lot, even with my mistakes on healers a couple times. We have our friend Unex here today. Unex here
But
today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Unax. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 for about 2 years now, and yeah, I'm pretty much addicted to this game.
Yeah. So speaking of 14, what would you say is your favorite content in the game?
uh, honestly, it's actually the storyline. To be fair,
Really?
but yeah, like I kind of like doing the storyline dungeons and like the ebb and flow dungeons is just really fun.
Do you have a favorite dungeon particularly you like?
Eh, I kind of do, but it's a bit of a tricky one. I love a dungeon called the Lunar Subterrane.
Okay.
It features a lot of mechanics that most people don't necessarily like doing, and
Okay.
the reason why I love it is because it it can be done relatively quickly, but if you get like a team that's not as fluid as they should be, it can take up to 45 minutes to clear it, and usually I end up running that stuff solo.
That's fair. Well, if I recall, you're a mentor. Am I correct?
Yeah, no. I am not a mentor. Don't you even stick me with that card. I may
I
have the
feel you.
title.
Okay, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Well,
That's is a slur in the FF community. I am not a mentor.
I was
I'm
gonna.
I'm a person that knows how to do content, but I am not a mentor.
What would you, speaking of contents, well, regardless if it's dungeons or raids and stuff, what would you say like some of your funniest moments?
We had me and my friend Don. I play this game with like a lot of people, and we have a lot of fun, kind of thing. I'd say the funniest moment that we've had so far is we were in a dungeon. Um,
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the dungeon, but it had some instant death mechanic to it. And I think we'd literally just finished the dungeon, and the entire party got wiped, but we still got the clear, which was absolutely hilarious. Me and Dom were like literally tears were rolling down our face. We were just laughing that hard, and the death was so stupid because we were just being sheerly greedy with the damage, and it was genuinely stupid what happened. We should not have got that clear, but the fact that we actually got the clear and we all had to respawn afterwards was absolutely hilarious.
Okay. Oh man, shoot. Oh my gosh, I'm saying the questions off my head now. Um, what would you so how you did the Coke Crescent relic weapons by any chance?
Oh yeah, it's been a little bit of a fun grind that has. The first part
Really?
was actually really fun because I do genuinely enjoy fate farming. Because you've either got an option to do it in a cut crescent or to do it outside in the Dawn Trail areas. But the second part's it's a little bit painful.
A little bit
because
painful.
you need to do dailies like on a daily basis kind of thing. I know that's the reason why they're called dailies, yeah, but the fact that like they kind of force you to play Alliance, which I don't find that fun. But that's just a personal gripe. It's genuinely it is what it is. So like
That's true. I was gonna say, have you collected any of the relic weapons?
I actually have the Warrior one, and the next one I'm working towards is going to be the Sage one, and I am going to get them all because I have all of the Stage ones.
Nice. Oh gosh, I realized I didn't come prepared with the questions. But hey, you know what? What's it gonna do? Well, usually around this time,
Hmm.
I would do a thing with chat that you'll say one thing about yourself for right now, and then we'll question them, or a couple things about yourself, all right? And then we'll question them, see how much they pay attention. Pay attention.
Hmm.
So we'll go with the first question. I'm thinking in my head.
Yeah.
If you could have any Final Fantasy 14 class as a superpower, what would it be?
Eh,
It could be
I'd
more than
probably
one.
pick Warrior. I'd
Well,
probably pick Warrior's like unbridled strength. In all honesty, being able to just survive anything to the nth degree is rather absurd, and it would be extremely funny.
okay.
Just
Uh,
pop our intuition and just start spinning.
okay.
I could never die.
uh, okay. Next question is, what would you say is if you're a person like the Scions, who should be your favorite Scion person?
Hmm. I'm honestly quite fond of Urianger because
Really?
he actually is. He's got a lot of knowledge and wisdom behind him, and he's one of the most underrated like members of the Scions, in my opinion.
I totally agree
Because
on that.
like, well, without going into too much detail and spoiling like Endwalker and Shadowbringers, he is a vital part of the storyline, and I know a lot of people may see him as like really like I would say not really well socialized, but he's genuinely more intelligent than he leads on.
I do see that off him a lot. Okay. Okay, now it's kind of like the first question, but it's a little bit different. If you could have
Hmm.
any mount in real life, what would it be?
Ah, it would be my adorable fat chocobo any day of the week. He comes with cake.
Oh man, I can imagine you riding the fat chocobo and you have like the like little cake, like, hey, here. And you next thing you just trying to like guide him, try to guide him, so you go to the grocery store and back.
Yeah, damn right. I come to you from a land afar across my noble steed. My noble steed is thick.
No, it'd be more funny. Just imagine like like a flying fat chocobo go over the highway while the highway's like in the traffic jam, and everybody like, it's not a giant bird.
Well, I wouldn't really be going past any highways, Madder, because I'd be I would be avoiding roads in case we ended up with a collision. So
Okay. Hmm. I know I said for science, but I'm gonna do the opposite. Would you say there's any villains in the story or any villains that you see in side quests that you could say that's your favorite or you like?
Honestly, I love the premise of MXL, uh, significant, well, a lot actually, because he's not actually, well, I believe him not to be a true villain. He is a test, and he is a buffet to see whether we can fix the star that we're on, or whether or not we need another warrior of light to come along.
Interesting. I see your perspective from it.
Because without going into too much detail and spoiling some storyline, um, there are several tests in this game, and you only realise them looking back on the storyline. The fact that Emmett was testing us to see if we were ready, and towards the end of Endwalker, you see what we're ready for. So,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
but
Okay,
if I
now.
was, sorry, go.
No, go ahead. Now that you finish.
If I was to pick a favorite villain from the series, of villains that we've had so far, I definitely would love to go toe to toe with Xenos again. Like, I really would. Like, that fight would be quite impressive.
You know what's crazy about that? And I was thinking about it. I wish it was like an option to hit the replay button for it, just to re-enjoy it.
Well, I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure there's New Game Plus for it.
Oh yeah, that's New Game Plus. You're right.
But you have to
You're
play
right.
through the entirety of Endwalker to do it, which is something I'd rather not do.
That's fair. Okay, now I'm gonna do a random ball question real quick. All
Mhm.
right. A, which is worse? Oh gosh, I never thought I'd say this kind of question. Which is worse? A Lalafell getting stuck, getting stuck, getting stuck in a garden pot, or
Mhm.
a Vieira who is stuck, who is stuck between. Actually, I'm thinking about this real quick. Who is stuck between two fat Hirogans?
I think the Lala fell in the pot because they don't have a heat source. Because
Yeah,
like it kind of be awkward to be that cold and be stuck in a garden pot.
I
And
could.
also
Yeah,
like they could potentially hurt themselves. But the Rogadins are, you know, they're mostly dudes, so you know.
yeah.
There's lots of
That's
tenderness and care in that situation.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I had to agree on the Lalafell one. Cause just imagine like you see that and you try to get them unstuck, unstuck, like unstuck and stuff. Oh man, you're stuck between risking smashing the pot or try to hopefully their head gets unstuck through. Oh man.
Well, initially, I would be asking how the Lalafell got stuck in the pot in the first place. I think that's the main question we're on about here.
Yeah, that would be the big question.
Just get some ninja Lalafell, like, look, mom, no hands, and does like a ninja flip and then just ends in the pot. And be like, yeah, that's.
Or slipped over some manure, and their head just fell in. Oh
Mm.
man, there's so many scenarios for that. All right. Okay, so now what I'm thinking of, right, is what is your opinion about this update and last update in your own in your own it, you could let it out if you want. There's no holding back on this type of topic.
Uh, I honestly think last update was really, really good. It added, we got a new dungeon, we got a new trial, which is always fun because I love both content anyway. And I feel like the actual class adjustments that they've been making recently have actually been like a real godsend recently. And this patch I actually love even more because we got the second stage of the relic weapons, and honestly, it's going to be a lot of fun to see a lot of people get back into like running daily alliances, and a lot of like daily content to get hold of all of these weapons again. But luckily, they've kind of learnt from the Endwalker series, to just have us do like one one like pretty painful grind, and then make the rest of them like just currency, if you get me, like tombstone currency, shall I say, in order to get your other weapons, which is really nice. I, I, I kind of feel like they struck a really nice balance there between like getting the hardcore players involved and getting like the casuals involved as well.
Okay. Ah, well, I noticed something I was going to like wait, but I think it's a good time to bring it up. So, you probably already heard about the old past couple weeks situations and all that stuff with Mayor and everything like that. So I was gonna ask your partake onto that if you want, if you mind if I ask.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's your opinion on it? Like, as Mayor being removed.
So I'd like to say that I'm a console player, so like I don't use mods at all, and I probably
Yeah.
never will
Yeah, same
in that
here.
instance. I believe anything that changes the game server side and gives you a clear advantage over other players, or being able to see stuff that you haven't acquired in game already, or modifying stuff that is in a not safe for work way, considering this game is 13 plus. It might be 15 plus actually now that Necron's been released, but I truly believe that anything that's affecting like the actual like FS side of gameplay, I feel like should be removed in my honest opinion. And also, if you're gonna mod stuff, at least do it within the limitations of the age rating of the game that you're playing.
I agree on that. And, wherever within the service terms as well. I can understand
Mm-hmm.
that.
As the terms of service go, you shouldn't be modding anyway, but you can't stop
Yeah.
people from doing it anyway. So it's one of those situations.
Yeah. Hmm. Actually, oh, and also, would you say there's any improvements that you probably looking for Final Fantasy, or anything you're hoping or exciting for? Basically the whole shenanigans. Like, basically, what I'm saying is there anything you're looking forward to? And there's also the other question I'm saying is, would you like to see anything improve in Final Fantasy 14?
I would honestly love to see the fact that like the Hall of the Novice would become mandatory before joining any dungeon. In my honest opinion,
Okay.
it would clear up a lot of confusion and it would clear up a lot of mechanics for people that I come across on a daily basis. Of me not having to sit there for 20 minutes and explain mechanics. I will do it because like it's a non-issue for me, but I feel like the community is becoming a bit more. I'd like to say a bit more relaxed than they should be, because I heard a lot of people dislike the new dungeon that we got in Mesa Terminal because of how difficult it was. And I feel like we're at a point now where if they make the game easier, they're going to lose a lot of mid-core players. Um, but what I am excited for is that Yoshi P has said he wants to increase the stress level of the game. So I am down to see what he's got planned next, because the Mesa Terminal was so much fun. The Necron
I
fight
agree.
was ridiculously fun, and it's probably the only dungeon that I actually genuinely look forward to running now. Like
Really?
Lunar Subterrane was kind of on the same wavelength as it, and I think that's why I really love the Lunar Subterrane, because it was you had to pay attention to the dungeon, and it wasn't just going to sit and hold your hand through it kind of thing. Because admittedly, you could probably take a warrior through Mesa Terminal solo, like synced. You probably actually no, you couldn't because of the second boss, but within reason, you probably could. But everybody has their part to play, and I believe that. I believe that now, with the changes that they've made recently, I believe that a lot of people are starting to realize that uh, realize that they're I wouldn't say being carried, but like they're not fulfilling their responsibilities to the point that they should be in that sort of sense.
Yeah.
And also, I believe we should stop people from entering the duty roulette if they have story skipped until they have cleared Hall of the Novice. Both parts of it, may I add. Because you start at 90, and I'm not going to lie, this game, from level 1 to 50, should be your tutorial, which is obviously Realm Reborn, and it's not as painful as people say it is. I suggest anybody that says it's painful, go back and start a new character and play it again. Because I've done it recently, and it's been a lot of fun. But I'm still under the belief of the Hall of the Novices, it should be mandatory.
Okay. Back to what you were saying about these level skip. What was your
Hmm.
I also had an idea on it before too. Like for people that let's say they did level skip, right?
Hmm.
They still have to, I was thinking like that they still have to go back and we still do them all, right? In sync, in sync, in sync before they have to progress on to anything any further to the story or wherever part they choose to skip at.
The people that use a story skip usually just want to get into a game, and like they're literally just paying money to skip out on gameplay. So they're paying money to not play the game. Which, if these people actually wanted to get into Final Fantasy XIV Online, um, they would start from the start. And I know it's an absolutely grueling process. I know it's well, I wouldn't say grueling. It's actually it's probably I'd say probably the third best Final Fantasy storyline I've played so far.
Really?
This game in its entirety, yeah. And also like it's you take it at your own pace. Like there's no rush, there's no time limit. There's sure, like your friends will probably like egg you on to say like, oh, just story skip, it's fine. Like, come up to my level. Trust me, don't rush to end game. There's nothing waiting here. We're on a 3-month content waiting list, and it's not the best. That's all I can say. Without being too negative about it.
Yeah, I agree on that. It's usually like a 3 to 4 month wait for the updates.
Mm.
Oh my. Let's see. Well, we'll come back to Final Fantasy. Um, we'll come back to Final Fantasy in a second, because usually on the stream, which I should have mentioned,
Hmm.
we do mainly talk about 14, but we also go off a little topics off other stuff.
Yeah.
So, hmm, if I remember, actually, have you watched any anime by any chance?
I think the last anime I watched was Attack on Titan, so I'm
Oh
sorry about
man, are
that.
you okay? You
Like,
okay? You okay? You okay? Actually, you know what? We can start with that. Actually,
mm.
what you thought about the last season for Attack on Titan?
I honestly stopped watching after season 1, to be fair, because
Season one?
like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm what you call a scrub because I'm not really.
That's
It's not that
fair.
I don't like anime. It's just I'd rather be doing something with my time a little bit. If you get me, I'm not calling anime a waste of time because it's great. I have watched like a lot of like Bleach and Naruto and a lot of that other stuff as well. Like back when
Okay,
I was a bit younger, shall I say?
that's fair. Hmm. All right, I can't give you my actual opinion about the movie that's coming out then.
Yeah, sorry
Um,
about that.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's good. Have you tried out any other games outside of the FF14 realm?
Mm, I've been into a game called Coral Island recently, which is like a really
Really?
cozy game. Yeah, it's been really fun. It's reminds me a bit of the Island Sanctuary from 14 for a bit, because you have to like grow crops, like explore caves, explore the ocean and stuff like that. It's really good actually. It's really nice and chill. You've got like a seasonal like model. Well, not necessarily seasonal model, but like you've got a seasonal like growth plan for like your plants and your crops and stuff like that, and it's just a nice cozy game to play because like everything is there's no time limits on anything. It's literally the days go by and you harvest your crop and you go exploring you go exploring the caves when it's like winter time. You upgrade your tools and you progress with the storylines. Like you can even start relationships with like the town folk if you want to as well and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you had any crazy moments or fun moments over the while you playing it so far?
Yeah, I have actually. I'm actually I've kind of got a thing for the blacksmith's brother, and I found out the fact that like he tends to a lot of graves in the in Coral Island, and it kind of shocked me a little bit because I never thought like somebody of that stature would care about the people who came before.
Oh, that's kind of heartwarming for me to hear.
It is. It took me by surprise. I was just like, wow, they put a lot of thought and detail into this.
Oh man, that now actually that makes me want to give it a shot actually now.
Hmm. Kind of at some point. I'll get the farm started.
Sounds like a plan. Hmm. Actually, what was I thinking about? Oh, actually, I guess I'll go back to the 14 topic now because it's been crossing my
Mhm.
head a little bit. I know we don't have the content yet, but you might have heard of it, of the Deep Dungeon.
Oh, I really love deep dungeon diving.
Oh man.
I love doing it solo because Warrior King.
I was gonna ask what's your plans on it and how you seen the system they having for it?
I haven't actually had a peek in it because I don't want to inspire us. I want to go in there blind for myself.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
I've heard it's going to be fun.
That's fair.
Well,
Well, I
a
ain't,
Cold Crescent, I went in blind, which was extremely fun.
yeah, that's fair. Well, I ain't gonna talk about the rework then. And,
Hmm.
had you tried out PvP by any chance for like the new Torley map?
Uh, um, I'm not a massive fan of PvP, man. You don't usually catch me in there. And if I am in there, I'm probably doing frontline because I've got a glam in mind. That's the only reason why you'll catch me in PvP. Unfortunately, it's just
I'm not gonna.
I
That's a
get
fair
really
reason. That's fair reason.
I
That's
get
the reason I do it too.
I get frustrated really easily if I don't get the outcome I would desire. And usually that's 90% of PvP for me because there's people on like PC that can like click exactly where they want to go and stuff like that, which leaves us console peasants like what they call tab targeting, which is extremely funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and I admit I have those situations too. And because of that, I end up playing the waiting game a lot since I play Sage into it. And now, because I personally, which I guess, hey, you PvP folks, you better not be trying to look at me, bro. Hey, I have to do what I gotta do. Alright, but I mean, what's the odds they try to look at this? Well, I end up like when I'm in the group, I since half the games in Crystalline Conflict is either playing for the waiting game or waiting for someone to make the first move, right?
Hmm.
First move, right? And if my group ain't the one that make the first move and they do, I sit there and wait to use my abilities after the first person dives in, first enemy dives in. Ah, but I gotta say is I never thought I'd say this. It's two classes I am terrified of, personally. If I don't pay attention to them, I'm automatically dead too. Is Bard if they sitting all in the back, or
Same.
when a warrior comes when I'm half HP, and they know it could get me, and I'm about to run off. They use the what's the one that with the chain that yanks you back in?
I think it's
Uh,
Holmgang.
yeah, they use that on me when I'm about to be low, and I'm about in the purpose. I feel like they purposely wait on it. Like when I'm almost back to my team, they're like, "Nah, you ain't going nowhere." Uh, man.
Well, when I did jump in PvP, like most of the time for frontline, I usually find the nearest Dark Knight, and I usually just keep him silenced until like a healer usually drags them into us, and then we usually dispose of said Dark Knight like rather quickly with prejudice.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
I
gosh.
do know how to I do know how to PvP. It's just I don't like it.
That's fair. Uh, Let me think. Well, I'm about to grab something in the fridge, but I will ask this though. Has there been
Mhm.
any normal raids or trials that you've been liking recently?
Mm. I've actually been enjoying like the normal raids that we've been having so far. The actual Arcadian fights are really fun. Like, I actually managed to clear the the third lightweight fight with me and my friend Don. We ended up having to, well, both our healers were not exactly up to scratch with our classes, and they were focused on keeping. They were too focused on like keeping themselves and the DPSs alive. So me and Don had to basically tag team the boss until basically Don was keeping like the entire party alive and the healers at this point in time, and I was keeping myself alive as warrior. And then me and Don were just trading the required like group tank buster between each other with like the invuln moves and stuff like that. So it was kind of a laugh. We got there in the end. That was it can be done. But I've also been enjoying the cruiserweight fights as well. I think the only one I don't like is the third cruiserweight fight. It's a bit much, and it's a bit unfair in my honest opinion. If the fight was like probably 20% slower, it would be really good. But the fact that that fight has got such speed, and the fact that there's so many mechanics compiled onto like on the back of like other ones, like you need to be stood in a certain spot before this AoE goes off, because if you're not, you just get a flash of it and then it's over kind of thing. It's a I'd say that's probably the most difficult content that I've come across was the seventh Arcadian fight.
Okay.
But the eighth one's
Well,
fun. The eighth one's really fun.
well, I might hit you with a spicy one now. So,
Hmm.
is there anything that you believe that casual players overthink that is too hard or overthink that is too much for them without them even giving it a shot?
I honestly think like a lot of players are capable of doing ultimate raids, and I think that a lot of players put themselves in a mental box of being like, oh no, that's only for the elitist of the elitist players. Coming to find out the fact that like it's totally doable. Like it's with power creep with power creep in the gear that's going on at the minute. So like with level 750 gear, you're not scaled down as heavily for like say like if you want to do like a level 70 ultimate. Um, and plus like I feel like a lot of people are missing out on like actually like exploring their limitations with just with like remaining at the I would say remaining at the casual level with like dungeons and like trials and stuff like that because in all honesty it's I'm not going to say I've done everything in this game but I want to, and the extremes, savages and ultimates are the only things I've actually got left in my little checklist at the minute. And I feel like a lot of people really underestimate themselves, like quite heavily, because I did take like six people. Well, I did take seven other people into one of the I'd say one of the harder like ultimates in the game, which is the Epic of Alexander. And we spent 3 weeks trying to progress it past phase one, and I can definitely say that at least five out of those, I can say at least six out of those eight people would have been able to clear it.
Really?
and it was we would have been able to clear it. It's just people lose confidence after 3 weeks of trying and us getting nowhere. And also when you can pinpoint it as well, it kind of doesn't help. But as for like Savage content and stuff like that, I almost cleared the first Savage fight in the Arcadian, which was Black Hat. I was with a group that were really understanding and really helpful, and we got to second phase, which basically involved like a DPS check. And the only reason why we failed the DPS check was because one of our DPSs died. But obviously, like with gear and power creep now, it's probably a lot more accessible now to do that.
Okay.
But a lot of players do underestimate themselves, and I'm gonna say it here and now. You don't know your limitations, and you don't know your limits with like content until you can't do something.
Okay. Well, you know what? Hey, I guess I got two jokes ahead right now at the moment. Oh my
Hmm.
God. Okay, first joke is why don't Lalafels ever get lost in a dungeon?
Okay, go on then.
Because even the traps can't target them. They're too far below the hitbox. Whoa.
That's just mean.
Okay,
Coming from
okay.
Tuma Curtis.
Okay. Second one, which is bad to kind of make an understandable joke right now. If you don't
Hmm.
play, I'm saying this. If people do not do their duty roulette, who would not understand this joke. Why did the Royal Light bring snacks to the cutscene?
I know exactly the answer to this one.
Because they knew it was going to be a meal and a half hour long. uh,
It's so true though. Petroleum's like the worst one to get caught in, I
I was
swear.
going to say Praetorian
I think I've spent more time in Praetorium than I have outside of Praetorium.
too. Oh my gosh. Okay, since I said my two now, well, this is a new edition now. We're asked ChatGPT a Final Fantasy joke, and then we go with a joke. We pick between light, dark,
Hmm.
or funny. We'll go light, dark, or funny. All right.
We can go light with that one, to be fair.
All right. We can go light or very light. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, just go light. We should be fine with light. Shouldn't
Okay.
be making too many TOSs with that.
Okay. Let's see what it gives us right now.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. This is interesting. All right. Why did the Sprout bring a flashlight into the dungeon?
Go on then. I don't know
Oh,
why.
oh my gosh, this is a mentor joke in my opinion now.
Hmm.
Okay, because they kept hearing people talk about mechanics in the light. Wait a minute.
Madder, you have no concept or idea for how many sprouts actually genuinely just ignore party chat. If I was to do like a PSA, um, always read your always have your text box set to party, and just glance at it if we wipe. I'm not asking you to read it like a hawk. Just glance at it if we wipe, because there is a lot of people out there like me and like-minded like me as well, that will offer help, that will offer a solution to the problem you're probably having, or offer maybe a little bit of advice of maybe what not to do in that situation. This community is not a toxic community at all. There are parts of it that are toxic, but we,
Yeah,
we
that's
we try and
true.
ignore them.
That's true.
But most people, if you're genuinely receptive to dealing with an issue or dealing with a problem that you're currently having, so like if you wiped several times in a trial and people will go over mechanics because honestly, it's a good 60% of the game, which is combat. In all honesty, I've I love this game. If I'm gonna be honest, I love the combat system in this game. I love the loot system. I love the whole progression system of this game. Like it comes. It's an MMO. Well, it's a Final Fantasy game that comes alongside playing with your friends, which I never thought I'd enjoy the concept of or idea of, but here we are 2 years later, and I've not missed a subscription day.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because that's how it is with me when I play this game. Like I guess because I came from games that's very very strict, toxicated, and kind of messing my mindset like that. But when I came here and then walked in my first dungeon, and doing the other content, see how kind people are, they're willing to help you and try to guide you through it. My brain when I first got here, I'm like, no, this can't be real. And I was literally like that because I was not used to it. And I was more amazed the more I got into this game that no matter how further the game story was, especially MSQ, it was kind of like hey, I didn't have that much issues like getting yelled at or anything like that. Like I had my own little frustrations when I was trying to understand something, yeah, but then as soon as I asked about it, I said it wasn't too bad. Which I think that's why really kept me into this game. And plus, like when I did my first Savage and stuff, and I did like stuff like a challenge,
Hmm.
no matter how tough it was, it just like even like the sense of failing or even messing up or restarting, it just gave me the drive to keep going and kept trying. And plus, doing that process, I don't hear. I mean, there of course there's raid groups that have that, but I guess even in the party fighters while going to sometimes, I don't even have. I are stuck with people keep trying until they say, okay, I'm gonna take a break and get off, or they'll keep explaining it. Be patient, folks, and we'll keep going. And I think that's what makes me appreciate this game more. The effort that people really keep trying while saying, while worrying about a game, saying, okay, I'm done. Screw this team. Screw this group. Screw this group. I'm not doing this no more. Like, like having that type of mentality kind of still like gets me in a surprisingly way when I get or even be around people like that. Uh,
I can try to be the best that I possibly can be when I play this game because my previous gaming experience, I've always been the weakest link in the team, kind of thing. So like I've done my best not never to be the weakest link again.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I'm so sorry, Al. I'm so sorry. I saw your smile, which I'm surprised. I'm so sorry I did not reply back. Hello there, Al. Al, I hope you had a wonderful day today. Wonderful day today.
that
Okay. All right. So the next joke. Okay. So we're gonna do like two. We're gonna do like three more. All right.
okay.
At, so we're gonna go with next one. We're gonna go with we'll do raids. A light, a dark, or outrageous funny.
You pick.
I'm gonna do outrageous funny.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what it gets. Outrageous.
I think I've done all the raids in this game. Sorry, other normal raids and skins, stuff like that.
For raids.
Please be a joke
Okay.
on a Please be a joke of eating, because it's gonna be funny.
Oh my. Okay. Why did the raid group wiped 10 times in a row?
I can think of several reasons. but go on then.
Oh my gosh, this kind of struck me deep. Okay, it says because the boss wasn't enraging, the healer patience was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, that
That makes a
makes
lot of
sense.
sense, to be fair. As a white mage man, I fully understand. the the amount of tanks that don't know how to make it properly is just absolutely astounding in this game. I'm so glad white mage has got so much like potency behind it.
Okay, okay,
But they're
okay.
getting better.
All right, we're gonna do trials next.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now we're gonna pick between light or dark. All right. Shall I let chat decide this one?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. If anybody's still watching, I'm gonna give you a moment to pick a light trial joke or a dark trial joke. Dark trial joke. I'll give it about like 2 minutes.
Hmm.
About 2 minutes. That 2 minutes is about right. Probably a good respectful time.
Yeah.
All right. I missed the beginning, so you might have to already cover it. But what do you like about 14? Oh, okay. So beforehand, okay, L, she just came in, so she missed the beginning. So
Hmm.
we might already cover it, but she's wondering, what do you like about Final Fantasy 14, and what do you least like about Final Fantasy 14? What do you think it needs to be done to fix it? And oh, she also told me to do a light joke. So you want to re-answer that question first before we do the light joke?
Uh, I absolutely love the amount of like content and the amount of like little things you actually like get to do in this game, and I love how involved the storyline is for the player character. Because not very many games actually do that. You don't get the whole you're playing in somebody else's shoes most of the time. With like most modern games these days, but with Final Fantasy XIV, you create your character and you play through an avatar, so it is always you that's being addressed, kind of thing. And it's really nice to see. And I know a lot of classic old Final Fantasy games kind of do the same a little bit. Um,
That's
I'd say the
true.
only thing that I would say that I dislike in this game is, I don't know. Uh, I'd probably say the small the small community that are like extremely toxic about like people like getting into like high level content and stuff like that. um, a certain bald YouTuber that at the beginning of Dawn Trail really kind of spoke lowly of the game, and I absolutely hate the fact that I more dislike the people that um, call the game bad but still play. If you get me, like if the game is subscription based, so if you don't enjoy the content that you're being presented with, cancel your subscription, come back in a few months when you actually like want a decent storyline kind of thing. And I get Dawn Trail kind of looks like it's written by an AI, but if you've played any of the other Final Fantasies, you'll probably understand the fact that like we're gonna get a we're gonna get a lull because with every Final Fantasy that I've ever played, um, it's not only one storyline that's running. You're usually having like 2 or 3 running side by side kind of thing, and it kind of happened with like from a Realm Reborn to like Endwalker kind of thing. Because the apex of the storyline was Shadowbringers, which was one of the best expansions that they've released, in my opinion. But I think we're kind of in a Realm Reborn territory again, where like we're kind of discovering new places, we're building the storyline up again and stuff like that. So we're probably gonna be riding this train for like another like possibly another expansion, probably another half an expansion, and then stuff should start to pick up again.
Okay.
But I just hate the people who disregard it because of one bad storyline. Like if you're to do that with like some of the games that like people usually play, like Call of Duty and stuff like that, by the third iteration you'd kind of be throwing the console in the bin, if you get me, which absolutely surprises me.
Okay. All right. And what's the of the joke they give us?
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow, it gave us a couple of them actually. Hmm. I'm trying to think.
You do know you can let them decide. Just give them a number.
Okay, so chat, we got number one, number two, three, and number four. Let's see. Well, I'll let y'all pick between one to four. We got four light jokes in total. I give you I give it a moment. Two and three. Okay, we do two and three. Okay. All right. Okay. Party check before. Okay. I'll start with three. All right. Why do light trials feel like concerts?
Because everybody has to do the dance.
Because half the fight is dodging the lasers and the spotlight. I mean, the spotlight and the spotlight show. Oh my gosh, is that a reference for what you call it? Hold up.
Yeah,
Hold
that's a
up.
reference for like that's a reference for M5.
That is M5. Oh my god.
That fight is so much fun. I
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
adore that fight.
Okay.
So, for those out there
Okay.
that don't know about M5, it's basically a 70s disco themed boss fight. That is literally you have to listen. Well, you don't have to listen to the music, but like if you listen to the music, for the fight, it kind of like opens up to tell you like that everything's done, and I believe it's like 3/8. I believe it is, and it's really cool how it's done.
I love that fight. It gets me grooving.
Mm.
All right. Oh, I get it. Number two, I was trying to read it properly, but it's more like a meme, like one of those meme pictures. So
Hmm.
the picture scenario be party chat before a light trial. Tank, stack
Hmm.
on me. DPS, one into the A-League spotlight. Heidelin, perfect center stage.
Oh
Wait,
no.
no. Is that the second phase you're referring to? Hold up. Is that the second phase?
It's probably referring to the Heidelin trial,
Yeah, I was just trying to think what
which is
part they talking about. Oh my gosh.
they're
That
probably
is
talking about like when she does the dance at arms, because it does look a bit like a tank buster that she does. But you need to be in the center, otherwise you're going to get a Von stack, and that mechanic sucks.
yeah.
Well,
Oh,
it sucks if you don't know what it does, because like you get like 4 different, I believe it's like 3 different things that Heidelin can throw out there, which is the Dancer's Arms, which is an AoE, so basically you need to be in close to her because it's a donut. Um, Then you get the White Mage's Staff, which is green, and you have to go outside because it's a AoE. It's a ring around Hydaelyn. And then you get the Paladin's Arms, which is either the Sword and Shield or just the sword, I believe. That basically does it so it's basically a cross pattern from Hydaelyn going outwards, which is really fun. Sorry, I've done the trial recently, so like I just remember the mechanics off the cuff.
Oh my gosh, I realized. Okay, so I was about to do MSQ Dart joke, but I'm reading it. I kind of don't want to read this because it cuts me deep.
Mm.
I'm gonna go and skip that one. Unless, nah, that's gonna hit a nerve. All right, so I'm going to do. You know what? Since I'm not doing it, my first joke for next stream has to be a Dart joke. All
Hmm.
right, so I'm gonna do one MSQ light joke.
Hmm.
All right, let's see what we get. Do we already set that joke? Okay, what about? You know what? No, I know what I'm gonna do.
Just go for the Dark MSQ joke.
Do a dark MSQ joke.
Well, go for the
Do
one that you had.
do one dark MSQ. If it pops up the same one again, I'll read it. It's pretty much related to it, so ain't no way going around this. Okay,
Mm.
so why does the Warrior Light never unpack their bags?
Cause we know we ain't staying in this place too long.
Close.
Close them.
Because every time they make friends in the MSQ, it's only a matter of time before the funeral scene.
Ah, yeah. That cuts a little deep out, does.
Oh man.
I think I've cried at this MSQ more than I have probably
Right?
playing a lot of other games, and there are just still like certain trials that kind of tear me up a little bit.
That's fair. All right. Oh wow, we at the 57-minute mark already. Wow,
Mhm.
we're a little bit ahead of schedule. But hey, so I have a question to ask now. If you have a friend that want to get into Final Fantasy 14, or
Mhm.
freshly new to it, what advice or advices would you give them to start off their journey?
I would say uh, play at your own pace. Don't let anybody rush you, and the game is free up until level 70. Use it. It's gonna lock you. It's gonna lock you out of quite a lot of content. Don't get me wrong, but you can play up to level 70 for free. So don't waste the opportunity because there's there's nothing really waiting for you at endgame. You just end up in the same cycle like me and Mad are now in, where we do dailies, we hate ourselves, and then we sign up for the same shit tomorrow. But
uh,
honestly, the best bit of advice that I could probably give anybody that's starting out 14: play with a friend. Go find somebody who can actually who you want to spend a significant amount of time with, um, and have fun with it. Like, don't think you're playing to catch up. Play as though you're experiencing an adventure. Like, don't hold up for don't get yourself caught up on the whole like, oh, I need to be in this expansion by this time. Like, no, you don't. There's no rush for content at all whatsoever. Like I have recently started an alt, and I chose to level everything in a Realm Reborn to 50 before leaving a Realm Reborn. And I'm gonna be really honest. I've had a lot more fun doing that than playing the end game content of this game.
Yeah.
And if anybody
Well,
tells you that a Realm Reborn's like boring, like it's not. It does take a while, but it teaches you all the basic mechanics of the game and how to do certain stuff and stuff like that. So sorry, Madda, I interrupted.
are you okay? No, I was reading from Al's comment, and Al says, "And map night, woo!"
Uh, okay, yeah. Also, maps are really fun.
Hmm.
Maps are really fun. I will admit they are really fun. I haven't been to one in a while, but you know I need to dust off that old hat again.
Yeah.
And the community is great for like resources as well and stuff like that. Like don't be afraid to reach out to anybody. If anybody tells you to like go talk to like the novice network and stuff like that, go find an FC. Go find people that actually are like-minded of yourself and stuff like that. Because trust me, there's a lot of people out there that have been playing for a significantly longer time than me and Matt have put together that just want to introduce people to this game.
Yeah. Okay, so I normally ask this outside, usually a Discord question to ask, but I guess I ask on the stream.
Mm.
What's a common misconception or misconceptions that you hear a lot about Final Fantasy 14 or within the game of Final Fantasy 14?
Uh, mm,
It could be anything, don't worry.
that people can be, um, for lack of a better word, not safe for work. Like people can be a bit um, flamboyant. I'd like to say.
Yeah. Oh, and Alex,
It's
by the way, you don't have to worry about uncensoring yourself. I should have mentioned that in the beginning.
mm, yeah, okay.
This is an uncensored chat.
Okay. Well, there is a lot of gooners in Final Fantasy, but they mostly like contain themselves. You will very rarely see somebody talking a lot about a lot of like rude comments and stuff like that, and being lewd and stuff like that. You won't see it around cities and stuff like that. Just uh, kind of avoid Limsa, avoid Uldar. If you're gonna pick a place to chill out, go join an FC, chill out at their base. It's all good. It's all chill.
Yeah, I have to
Excuse me.
agree on that. Especially with I ain't gonna name them, but if you know, you know, certain servers and certain data centers of that server has a certain reputation of it, which we should know, that has that behavior publicly in their cities, especially in Uda, more particularly, and also in Lepsa. Uh No, this is how it feels. This is actually how it feels when you try not to say it while trying to say it. Uh, it's kind of weird, honestly. Uh,
This is why I will always suggest, if you're going to get into Final Fantasy, 14 in particular, um, kind of like have a foothold with somebody in the community already, because they'll keep you safe. In all honesty, uh, usually the people who do the nefarious stuff or the role playing stuff usually keep to their own like netted community. And it goes without being said, just don't be an asshole when you come online. Otherwise, you will be on so many players' block lists that you will have. You might end up on a certain subreddit, which which will put your name out there for everybody. So just be careful.
You know, it's crazy. I have two stories about that actually. Well, I'm gonna call this person the Queen Jelly. Oh, we can call it Queen Jelly. So we'll call it Jelly for short. So Jelly got on here a long time ago, before they met me, and they got on to join the, well, we're gonna call it Smell Mog.
Mm.
Uh, if you know what it is, you know what I'm saying. Went to the
You don't have to be specific.
Smell Mog server. We're gonna call it for that. And they had joined for their first day, and they had a very interaction with some people of Gooners. Gooners DMing them, and it got very awkward with them. And then they didn't try the game again until they met me. And then I told them like, hey, you know what? Since you had that terrible experience, how about you start back over and I'll show you how it's played. And then they started back over. So Jelly started back over and came over here to Lamia, which I don't mind saying my server. And after I showed them a little bit of it, and I think you met them Unix. I think you met them Unix. So you used to try to learn how to play Black Mage.
Oh yeah, we don't speak about that individual.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about now.
Of
Um,
course I know who you're talking about.
but
It's
no,
the
no,
only
no,
person
no.
that tried to learn Black Mage.
Oh no, 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 not that one, not that one, not that one, not that
Oh,
one,
alright, okay.
not that one. That's another person. Um, but after he learned it, or tried to learn it like a little quick learns from it, he played it a little story and he was enjoying it more and more and more. Unlike my friend, we will call him Natako at the moment.
Hmm.
Um, he actually went through the whole story. Went through the whole story. Was enjoying Black Mage. I was hoping he played a little more, but he kind of felt hurt about the after he found out about PvP was locked on the free, on the full play. You're like, it's okay. I said, hey, when you come back, I'll be here for you. I swear I told him that. Um, that's the first story, and then I'm gonna call my friend. Hmm, we'll call him Eric. Um,
Mm.
Eric, he he used to be in Lamia, but it was some years ago when I first started doing Shadowbringers, and Eric, he was in during my time when I was playing this on and off, and I was playing Overwatch. When I started playing Overwatch heavily, like for leagues and stuff, I wasn't on here as much. But going to the story, the FC that was after I got removed from being active, um, they made some falsely terms upon him, and then at the time, people in the community was knowing him for like certain things that wasn't true, such as being like being mean and abusive, even though he was a bit confused about that rumor because he wasn't on as much. So you could understand why this was like a little frustrating for him. 'Cause, like he's being falsely claimed on something that wasn't his. So after that kept going, he ended up transferring over to, we will call it Hyperbowl server.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hyperbowl server, Hyperbowl server. And then after I came back, he told me what all happened. I kind of felt bad for him for because like it wasn't his fault. It was just people was trolling him. I just kind of hurt. I felt bad for him for once.
It does suck, but like it's very few and far between. The more you incentivize drama in 14, the more drama you'll get because there are a lot of people who thrive on drama, unfortunately. Uh, but if you're genuinely a nice person to talk to and you are shall I say, a well-adjusted individual, you'll have no problem.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so let's check the clock time now. We're at 1 hour and basically 10 minutes at the moment. So we pretty
Hmm.
much at the wrap up thing. So now, now we at the closing. So all I got to say now is, hey, so how's your experience here?
Yeah, it was
Here,
good. It was chill. Thank you.
let's check. Okay, and also, if you want to say anything, is there any last things you want to say to the stream that you couldn't say earlier or you had on your mind that you wanted to say? Say leftover?
Don't be afraid of doing content. You'll never know your true limitations until you jump in.
That's fair. That's fair. And one thing I like to say is, because it's kind of like the sport and his thing is, I feel like if you want to try something, try it. And no, Al, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. No, 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 no. But if I were to talk about you, I'll probably talk about the funny moments of housing I had with you. Like the times I kind
Mm.
of mess up with glitching and stuff, or the time we like, you taught me how to do the carbuncle thing with the sparkles. And I was like, "Arr!" You're like, come on, mother, it's not that hard. Look, this is what you got to do. Just put this shelf right here, and then put the carbuncle on. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, wow, this is that simple. Yeah, okay. That was fun. But nah. But like I said, if you want to try it, try it. You never know what your capacity would be until you give something a shot. And hey, all I gotta say is, if you try it and you still fail, you don't want to do it afterwards, you still succeed. Even Mars, you still succeed because you at least gave it a shot instead of never trying it. You're never trying it.
And who knows? It could awaken something inside yourself, and you're just like, okay, this is actually fun, and then you become uh, a crazy individual like myself.
Right? Right? But for me, I mean, this might be just 14 advice, but I feel like this advice could be used almost in any game or anything she normally wants to do as well. That's how I kind of look at this. But time to close out. Oh man, I still haven't made a close out intro, but I'm gonna try to. Do you know what? Today, right here, right now, we're gonna make a close out pun or close out intro right now. Okay, since his name Thieves at Night, right?
Mhm.
You know what? Until the next night. Oh, hold on, wait, no, no. I'm gonna keep that as last.
Mm.
Hmm. No, actually, no. I'll just keep it like that. Until the next night. We see you. We see you soon.
Catch you later.
And that is